So the last standing stone was just in the dip a bit further along, and it's interesting when you've walked both of them, but this is almost like a ridge line that comes along here, and we've got another one that heads off just along there to Harrow Hill opposite, and a little mound in the grass there, but that might just be a dew pond, but it's the farmer's field, so I'm not going to explore over there. However, I just found another way marker here, so similar to the other one, this is cut stone. So if we have a look over the back, we can see this is a stone that's had one side dressed, and to the casual walker by, you wouldn't really think much of it. It looks like a fence post. If we get a bit of chalk here and give it a rub across the front, look what happened. So with that removed, we can see there is a symbol there. Now, I've seen this before in one of my previous videos, and still not quite sure what this symbol means. It's possibly an Awen symbol, which is Celtic or Druidic, but watching a program called The Curse of Oak Island, the symbol was found on Oak Island, and they described this section here as a goose paw. They also described it as a broad mark, which was a symbol that it was owned by the royals, the British royals. However, this land is not owned by the Windsors. It's part of the Amring estate, which is owned by the Fitzalan family of Arundel, as far as I'm aware. So it's definitely not a royal land here. Interestingly, when we started our walk out at Storrington, the same symbol was on the cornerstone of the church there. So we're just going to carry on our walk here and go round Black Patch Hill on the right hand side. Earlier when we were at Kithurst Hill, we could see evidence of almost like a road going up to the top of the hill. Again here we've got this section here. There we go, not too dissimilar to the style of a Roman road, but looking north you can see that obviously it's been farmed out of existence, but just a little section of it remaining here. But as I said before, main purpose of this raised section here is so that you're not walking in the dirt, essentially the gutters either side. So that makes 4 horses I've seen up here today. I guess it's like when I paddled up the River Arun, you don't know how many people use the motorboating or motorboat the Arun until you get out here and see it for yourself. The side of Black Patch Hill, and you can probably see one of the earthworks just on the surface there. Have done other videos at Black Patch, so I'm not going to get back into that, and that's not the purpose of this video. It is just a walk between Storrington and Worthing. This section of woodland, I've featured it before in other videos. It's got a very calming feel about it. Just before that at Black Patch it was very blowy and very hard to talk, and it's almost like diving into a pool of tranquility back there. That's often said about some of these places in this area, such as over here in the woods over there, and in Clapham woods just over there. They've reported sections of those woods where there's no animals and it goes spookily quiet, and we've just exited the quiet patch. So we're almost at Worthing now. Worthing is on the other side of Clapham woods, and we've just got to follow this trackway down to Long Furlong and cross over. Hello Mr. Horse. Hello. Nice to meet you. Lots of friendly horses in this field. Spring is on its way. We've got our first sighting of snowdrops. We've got crossroads where if we wanted to we could turn left, go through this field system and then walk along this ridge, come back via Holt Lane. But I'm going to head off in this direction down towards Clapham Woods. Hello friendly cows, nice to meet you. Probably need to bring Ray up here to see you, don't we? So here we've reached the long furlong road. As I said before, very busy shortcut this one. But what we're going to do is we're going to cross the road here and we're going to head up along this path into the woods. So just as we're up here on the Stye, you can see, like some of the other features we've seen up on the downs, this really deep channel that's been cut into the side of the downs, probably by hundreds or thousands of years worth of water flowing down it, or possibly herding cattle down it. And it's obviously pointing into that direction to take them up over the downs. Right, footpath heads up in that direction. Beautiful old barn down here. Currently that can be hired out for weddings as a wedding venue, I guess, and probably other things as well. But lovely old barn and spectacular views over the South Downs. Right, I've walked my way along the ridge and now we're going to head into this little section of woodland, work our way along. One of the things that Clapham Woods is famous for is its very old trees. As you can see, we've got a great selection of oaks here. These will be a lot brighter. Give it a few more weeks, well, a few more months I think actually, before we start seeing the leaves on there. Also a lot of hazel in this woodland, as you can see here. It's funny place, Clapham, because it's quite easy to get lost in there, and even me, I've been here many times, just coming along and trying to work my way through. I've got myself disorientated, but I believe I know where I am when I get to the end of this pathway, so should be back on the right track. More great trees off to the left there, look at these hanging to the side of the hill. So a walk to Clapham Woods wouldn't be a walk to Clapham Woods without a visit to the Witching Tree. Pretty spectacular tree. It's a beech tree if you're not familiar with trees. It's become a bit of an epicentre for Clapham. People love to come here. And there is the famous face in the tree. Often when you come here you'll find that there's some offerings been placed in the root balls, and these little voids, but nothing to be seen today. But yeah, I couldn't come through Clapham without visiting this tree. So I've just stopped in the woods here because they say that parts of Clapham woods are completely devoid of life and extremely quiet. This is exactly one of those sections. I'm going to just stand here for a couple of seconds and just let you experience that. That's just uncanny how, yeah, there's obviously wind blowing through the trees, but no bird song, nothing rustling in the bushes. Yeah, just an eerie silence. So here we've reached St Mary's of Clapham, local church. Not too far now from Worthing. Clapham is a suburb of Worthing, so we're almost there. Again, interesting feature in the ground here, possibly for runoff of water, but it could be an old trackway or herding way for moving animals across the South Downs. So from here we can see Worthing town centre in the distance. There we go, those tower blocks are Worthing town centre. Be the largest boot scraper I've ever seen. Not much to scrape on my shoes today. Lovely old church, this one. All made of flint and these limestone corners. I believe this dates back to the 11th or 12th century. Also got this cherry blossom, I would imagine, just coming into flower, and the little gatehouse is absolutely charming. So I've just passed through Clapham village. Decided not to film in that area because the people in Clapham are generally quite private people. I wanted to respect their wishes by not filming there. But we will head down through another section of the woods to the A27, through the next section of woods. This is in better days. Here we find my first sighting of daffodils this year. There we go. Currently recording this on the 18th of February, so yeah, don't know if that's early or not. I don't monitor them that much, but I was surprised to see them today. This section of the wood is not quite as pretty as the northern section. Almost looks like something from a horror movie. You can tell we're getting close to the A27 because you can probably hear it rumbling away in the background. Oh, look, and got some, I don't know whether it'll focus, but we've got some petals on this tree. So we've arrived at the outskirts of Worthing. This is the new development in Durrington. I believe there's about 2,000 houses they've put into a field to fill the gap between Worthing and the A27. So just reviewing my walk, didn't end too well. I got very lost in Clapham woods and ended up going through a very weird section where there was some weird stuff going on in the woods, like little huts, encampments, tags on trees. Decided I wasn't particularly comfortable there, so it's almost like walking through the set of Deliverance. So yeah, I exited the woods onto the A27 and walked along to Holt Lane and then down Castle Lane to here. So the walk overall was very nice actually. Weather's been okay and met some lovely people along the way, so that's been a great positive. Did get lost, like I said, a couple of times, and maybe I should have been using a more defined map. Distance wise, it's been 19 kilometers. It's taken me 5 hours and 4 minutes to do this. So Google Maps said it was going to take 3 hours and 5 minutes walking through Storrington and down the A24. But what would the fun be in doing that? So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you could like and subscribe, it will help me to make more content just like this.